Oh God, I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Okay, but we're live. 3 minutes past. Only a little late. That's fine. We've had worse. We've had worse. Hi everyone. Welcome to Mia Mulder. It's Mia Mulder, folks. Hi, it's me. I'm Mia Mulder. I'm different because I'm not wearing my glasses. My glasses broke. So if you're confused about why I look a bit weird, why I look like a weird person, it's because I don't have glasses, and I might have to do like occasionally like on the screen because I straight up can't see shit. Like it took me a while to set this up. I can't. I reading the chat is gonna be an issue. I've magnified it on one of my monitors so that I can see what the fuck you're saying. Because otherwise I have to go like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's still difficult to fucking read. Pop out chat. Can I make you larger somehow? Kind of, Jesus. Is the lighting a bit off? Motherfucker. See, this is what I mean. Like, I can't do shit. Because I can't see. Hold on. Ah! I think this should be a bit better. I think I legitimately can't see the difference. Squinty stream. I legitimately can't. I can barely see the chat. I don't know what I have because I don't have any spare glasses. I only had that pair, and they broke, so I can't wear them. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, hi folks. Let me. Hi folks, welcome to, let me lower that volume a little bit, a smidge. Hi everyone, welcome to the end of the month hangout, which is typically done at the end of the month, but my schedule has slowly been drifting into next month. So now we're a week into March, and we're doing it now. But let's pretend that it's February. And we're gonna try being the operative word, to have a nice chill little hangout sesh where we talk shit for a little bit and we have a good time. Can you get the, should we write in all caps? That honestly kind of helps, but let's not because it's gonna freak me out. Jesus Christ, this is actually quite difficult. This is harder than I thought it was gonna be. I haven't set up my computer today, so this is a little bit like Christ on a bike. The way this works, if you're new here, which you might be, is we're going to talk a little bit about the month that has been, the month that's ahead, and just general good vibes and sort of what happened. And if you have any questions or things like that, feel free to drop them in the chat. My patrons will know that I had a stream scheduled for yesterday that I canceled because I didn't have my glasses. Because having a whole ass stream for over an hour without my glasses is quite difficult because I might click the wrong button on the monitor. I'm going basically on muscle memory. But that is basically what we're doing. So that should be fun. But if I ever decide to get like LASIK eye surgery, this is how I would look. Fine. I hope. But anyway, how have you been, dear chat? Let's hang out a little bit in chat first, and then we're gonna talk about the month that's been, because I technically released 2 videos in February. well, technically, I don't know about technically, but I released a video in early March and early February. So I've released 2 videos since the last time I made one of these streams, which I think is actually a big achievement. Yay me. And we're going to talk a little bit about them too. Oh my god, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna move the monitor closer to my face. I can't see shit. Where are we? Squinty stream. It is a squinty stream. Okay, I think I can figure this out. I don't need that. Am I equally blind in both eyes? No. And that's the problem, because I could just go into town and get some general prescription glasses, but that's not what I have. I have the wonderful problem of asymmetrical astigmatism. So one eye is worse off than the other. My right eye, I think, is the bad one. But also, fun fact, I'm like slightly cross-eyed. Just a smidge cross-eyed. Not to the point where you notice it. I don't think you would notice it on my eyes, but like they're just like, eh. Like they're just like pointing like a slightly like they're not in perfect sync. Which also fucks with my reading. So I need lenses that correct for that, which is quite difficult to get. So yes. Can you get the frames? Fucking hell. Are contact lenses not an option? No, they're not. Because of that, how do you say? That slight cross-eyedness. Because of that, contact lenses don't really do it for me. And also I just hate contacts. I just hate the concept of contact lenses. So I don't do that. Can you get them fixed? I can. I can get them fixed. They broke yesterday and it's a weekend. I'm gonna send them out tomorrow to a company that's gonna fix them, but that's still gonna take like a week or something. So I'm still gonna be like a week without them. I can fix them. I will fix them because I fucking love those frames. I love those green frames. But I am also, I'm gonna be glassless for a while. Which is great, because tomorrow I have to read like literally hundreds of pages of documents for like work. So that's gonna be great. Hello. Jesus Christ. Okay. Assuming you can see my question, barely. Hello, it's been a great week. Got a new home, nice. Got a job, nice. Writing my last paper for teacher legitimation, nice. Can you get them repaired tomorrow? Not tomorrow. You're so pretty, thank you. I'm gonna change this with fucking surgery, but I'm glad I'm doing a good job so far. Does increasing the page zoom help to reach that? Yes, but like I'm literally on 400% zoom from what I usually have, just to sort of be able to see the chat, and even then it's quite difficult. How many fingers do I have? I literally just see a yellow blob on that one. I don't know. Is it safe to play Factorio with the elbow fracture? I don't know. I loved your last video. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I really like making it. Me and my friend was wondering if you still have that mailboxes and postcards and stuff you opened a while ago. I remember you announced it in one of these Hangout ages ago. Yes. I no longer have that. People acted weird about it, and it didn't really work out. If you want to send me something, you can send me an email you can send me an email on like my contact email that I have on my YouTube About page. You can go there and you can send me an email and I can respond to you, and like we can work something out if you want to send me some shit. But a PO box that people can just send stuff to without coordination is not something I have anymore. Sorry. I thought you were canceling. I don't know what that means. Monitor light. Literally all of this is from the monitor. I have astigmatism, not just regular short-sightedness. Yes. I have astigmatism. I don't know what the difference is. But it's not good. Misaligned. What happened to my glasses? My glasses broke. Just well, technically what happened was one of the sort of like ear things like fell off. So I just don't have one of those anymore. Well, I still have it, but it's not connected to the glasses, so I can't really put them on my face anymore. I can still hold them up to my face in case I want to read something, but I'm sending them up to be prepared with like the broken part tomorrow, so I won't actually be able to use it for work. And yeah, but I'm going to an optician on Tuesday, and hopefully I can get some backup lenses too. So I'm both repairing my old lenses, my old frames, and I'm getting new frames. Yeah. Hello from Bulgaria. Hi. Also, I'm saying that I've gotten to the age where I now need bifocals. Yes. Yeah, the frame is broken, but yeah. Are your FFS endeavors progressing? No, because I have so many fucking endeavors ongoing. Not to talk too much about like my personal life, I guess, but well, slowly progressing, very slowly. My surgeon now follows me on Twitter, so that's a win. But it will progress. I am scheduling top surgery sometime soon, hopefully. I don't know when, but eventually. My current sort of like medical endeavor is trying to get like ADHD medication and and a proper ADHD diagnosis. So that's fine. Shame people were worried about the PO box. You don't need to. It's okay. What are your thoughts on what if altist? I know you mentioned in one of my videos, but curious general opinion. Isn't he like a fascist? Like a straight up fascist? Like whenever he tweets shit, he's just straight up a fascist. So fuck that guy. He like there are some parts that I don't think that I included in my video on alternate history, where he's just like defending neo-Nazi propaganda. So he seems like a piece of shit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's like a great guy, but he seems like a piece of shit. Surströmming, yeah or nay? Yay! I fucking love surströmming. Shame people were worried about the PO box. I agree. I thought it was really weird. Unfortunate. But we have these chats instead, and I honestly think that here we can hang out and be a bit more chill. In astigmatism, the eyeball is diagonally misshaped. What the fuck? I can't tell post without my glasses. I'm very much like Velma, just like, where are my glasses? Honestly, even with the 400% zoom of like the chat window on my screen, I still have to sort of like, what's going on? I'm blind as a fucking bat. He used to do mildly inaccurate history videos, but he's gone full right-wing content. Yeah, he seems to have gone that way. Okay, I've caught up with chat. Wonderful thing for me. I'm very happy about that. Where's my hair's acting weird? I've been out all day. I've been out about town, so my hair. I just came home from like Stockholm. Let's talk about the month that has been. In the month that has been, I have. Jesus. I have released 2 videos, I'm pretty sure. I have released one video on whether or not masculinity is in crisis. which I think is pretty good. And I have made another video on planned economies and artificial intelligence. And my video on planned economies and artificial intelligence is slightly weird. A bit different than the usual. Wait, hold on. Huh. I just noticed YouTube removes the link window. That's fine. I've released 2 videos. One on masculinity. Let's take them in order. One is masculinity in crisis. This video, I was inspired by Pop Culture Detective, who has done a lot of videos on masculinity, and who I've been watching a lot recently. Who makes really good videos, and who is a really fun YouTuber. And he mentions in a video Masculinities, which is this it's this book by it's a good book, but it basically talks about this concept of hegemonic masculinity, and I really connected to that concept, so I made a video about it. And the comments to that video has been okay. Algorithmically, like how well the video has actually done in terms of amount of views, it did fine. Some video, a lot of videos have done better in that time, but a lot of videos have also done worse, so I can't really complain. It's a video that gets over 100,000 views in less than a month, and honestly, I think I see that as a massive win. The response to it has been mostly positive, but there have, of course, been some people who are just completely moronic about it, like people who will say that because I'm a trans person, specifically a trans woman, that I am evidence of masculinity being in crisis, which I think is really funny. Or people who blatantly haven't watched the video itself, because there will be a lot of people who are like that. Like I mentioned in the video, a significant part of the video that I talk about the how do you say, the idea that toxic masculinity is a very, very small subset of overall masculinity, and it's really sort of that masculinity in general is fine, but there are some certain toxic sort of outputs and aspects of it that are bad. And I also compare and contrast with femininity, and talk about how femininity also has these tendencies. And I still get a lot of comments being you just hate all men, you think all masculinity is toxic. Why does no one ever talk about toxic femininity? And it's just I deal about all those points in the video. But people don't care. People don't care about facts. They only care about their feelings. But that video did pretty well. It did pretty well. I had to delay that video for over and over and over again, because I was in a depressive spiral for a long time. During February, and it took a long time for me to break out of it. And editing videos is really difficult when you're in the middle of a depressive spiral. But then I released the video, and then I made another video, which is a bit of on the shorter side for me, which is just a half hour long, just half an hour long. The YouTube economy is in shambles. Everything has to be over 3 hours long at this point. And that one is about, it starts out talking a little bit about sort of ChatGPT and AI, and then quickly abandons that premise of the video to talk about sort of automation and, how do you say, and the economy, using both Walmart and Cybersyn as a sort of like case study for how to do things. And I thought that one went pretty well too. It's a subject that I've been wanting to mention for a long time, and I really like being able to have a very like short, narrow slice video once in a while where I get to talk about like quick opinions on like ChatGPT, but also Chile and also Cybersyn and also like Walmart, because I read like the one book that like has this discussion and I wanted to like rant about it. My next video is going to be like a lot heftier and a lot more sort of like, you know, 2-hour long bread tube essays. But it still went pretty well, so to say. So I can't complain. But that is what has been happening the last month. I've also been trying to catch up with streams, which I've also had to postpone due to the aforementioned depressive spiral. But now we're mostly back on track. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I'm like trying to get my hands on some ADHD medication, because if I can get my hands on some ADHD medication from, you know, preferably a doctor, I can manage some of this fucking shit. I wanted to send you some dumb drawings I make while listening, watching Leech Fest. You can do that. Send me an email. Like, you can contact me via email pretty easily, actually. And if I don't respond, you can send me another one. I don't mind, because sometimes I forget to answer to emails because I have ADD. And like, I don't mind at all. So like, just send me shit, and like, if you want to send me like real life letters and shit, we can work out a way to do that. Like, no problem at all. Benefits of being a politician now also is that I have like a place where I can receive mail that is not my home, which is the main thing. I can receive it at my workplace, which is a lot more easier. And it's not doxing, because everyone knows where the fuck that workplace is. Still need to watch your latest video. I keep picking it up because I want to give him a full attention. Also have ADHD. Yes. I still haven't seen like Abby's latest. I haven't seen there's a lot of people's most recent videos I haven't been able to see, just because like it takes time, you know, it takes time to watch a video. Time to comment video was fantastic. Thank you. I really like the new video. Thank you. No one wants to be male anymore. You're expecting them to watch a whole video and not comment until they end when they could rage over a particular point immediately viewing it. Yeah. Being a bit of a mess myself, I can relate in ways, but probably annoying when the explanations are in the video. I just think it's like, from the creator standpoint, is a little bit like when people demand that you talk about a certain subject, and it's like, but I did. Yeah, it's just funny after a certain point. If you don't respond, I'll just forget myself. Same. What's your opinion on Second Thought? I haven't seen Second Thought's content. Does Second Thought follow me on Twitter? Second Thought. No. I think, my opinion is, I think he should follow me on Twitter. But that's basically as far as I get. Why doesn't he follow me on Twitter? Anyway. No, I don't watch his content. I don't, I've seen bits and pieces of his style of content, and like I guess it's good, but I haven't. It's not like my style of content. I need to be spoon fed, like philosophy content and history content by people who wear fancy costumes and do costume changes. That's like legitimate. I need to be esoterically and aesthetically spoon fed content. Because I'm a very selective baby who demands that kind of shit. You know. He's a Marcus Lanus? Interesting. What's your thoughts on Kraut? I don't know who Kraut is. I just googled Kraut, and of course I'm gonna get sauerkraut. Adoy. Like, okay, here's the thing about YouTubers. I watch like 2 or 3 YouTubers. And half of them don't have anything to do with sort of left-wing politics. And I've noticed other YouTubers have the same issue, where once you start doing YouTube as like your full-time job, watching other people's YouTube videos becomes less fun to do, which sucks, because I started watching like LeftTube content a few years ago, like as a fan, like way before I had a YouTube channel. And I like being a fan of content, and I loved watching that kind of stuff. But once I started making my own YouTube videos, it's suddenly other people's YouTube videos become, they don't become entertainment. They become sort of like, ooh, I should have done that, or ooh, that's something that I should take. And the people behind the YouTube videos become like real people that you actually hang out with, and suddenly it becomes like less fun to do, and so you just watch less YouTube videos because it reminds you of work, yeah. Okay, let's talk about the month that is coming up. So, because we're halfway through, it's good timing. In the month that fucking hell. Okay, perfect. So this March, it is March, is a long month, which I appreciate, because I'm going to take advantage of this long month to make a pretty big video. I'm gonna make a video on a thing. I'm not gonna spoil too much about it right now. I'm going to reveal it to the world once it's time. There's a few things that are gonna happen in this video, which I'm very happy about. One, I might not even have a sponsor for it, which is good on one end, because it means that I don't have a deadline. If I don't have a deadline, I can work on it until it's done. I don't have to sort of like cut corners and like finish things until like to meet a deadline. I can make a 2.5 hour long like monster if I wanted to. Probably not gonna, but if I could if I wanted to. And I really want to make it like a big happy video in that sense. Also, if I get the time to do it, which I really, really hope I do, I'm planning to do it. I've scheduled everything already. This video is going to be shot in the studio, and I'm going to have like people help me make this video. So that video is going to be a bit of a bigger one. Not every video is going to be like that, because I still want to have a video like every month, roughly. And doing that every single month without fail is really difficult to do. Like most big YouTubers, for example, don't manage to do that because shit takes time. So I'm gonna occasionally make like these big videos, and then I'm gonna make my normal videos, and then sometimes make a little short video. Blah blah blah. So that's sort of like that's what's going to happen. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna share. What if I share? I can share the sources for my next video, so you can sort of see what I'm dealing with. Christ on a bike. I can't see anything in my own document. It's gonna be interesting writing a script without glasses. The sources, some of the sources, are The Anatomy of Corporate Law, if you want to have that. The Corruption of Capitalism by Guy Standing. And what else can I have? The Culture of Corruption in America by Ray Fishman. That's a very small sort of like cutout of that, of the sources that I'm gonna be using. But the goal here is anyway that this is gonna be like a bit more of a high production AAA breadtube video, because I finally got the resources to maybe do that. But we'll see if we actually end up doing that. What would be the negatives of being a Marxist-Leninist? This is a type of discussion that I don't really have. I can rant a little bit about the subject matter for like why I often like avoid terms like Marxist-Leninist or even like terms like socialist. Now I guess like due to the fact that I am a politician, I represent a socialist party, so like that is the most label that I will attribute to myself. But me, like, okay, me as a sort of entity in a leftist political space, I don't use like labels, political labels about myself at all, as much as I possibly can. So but that also involves me sort of like not having too many like hard takes on terms like anarchist or Marxist-Leninist or things like that. And the reason for why I do this is because whenever people use labels like that, other people will have opinions on the person using the labels based on the label alone. So I have, from my own experience at least, talking to fans and having these hangouts and reading my comments, I have people all over like sort of the leftist political spectrum in my audience. And I see it as a good thing. I have people who are probably like opposed to each other in a lot of different sort of like discourses, agreeing with each other in the comments on my videos. And I think that's a good thing, because I let people judge me on sort of like the opinions that I have currently, rather than the label that I have, which comes with a lot of like history and like political baggage associated with it, which is why I sort of like jokingly, but also like kind of seriously describe myself as a Mia Mulderist. But if push ever came to shove and like I actually had to define myself with a label, I do have some labels that I probably could describe myself as. So it's not as if I'm a complete fence sitter and don't have a label and I don't have any sort of opinion. I do. I just don't want to share them because then people will have opinions about me. But that bridge is not a bridge that I've had to cross yet. So I don't have to, and I will try to not cross that bridge as much as I can possibly. Yeah, exactly. It alienates parts of the audience for no reason, especially when I think that like most leftists have more in common than anything else, and I think that it's very rarely does it benefit to fight. Sometimes it does. Sometimes fighting with other leftists is actually a good thing that you should do. Actually, but yeah. Double M AAA Productions. I noticed sometimes. Okay, what else? I'm gonna get back to chat. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I have ADD. New personality trait just dropped that I repeat every single day. What else is happening in the month that's coming up? The month is coming up. We're the podcast is still podcasting. Leech Fest. We're still making content. we're back on track now after the winter holidays. I'm trying to think about what else has like happened that I'm gonna be able to do. Nothing is coming up this month, I think. But like during the year, I've mentioned this before, right? Like over the course of the year, eventually you're gonna start seeing me with sort of like facial scars and facial swelling, and things like that. So like those processes are ongoing. But other than that, it's just gonna be business as usual. You'll notice changes when they happen, either in videos or in streams that I do. Most likely videos, because like in videos I can't get rid of any of that stuff. This month I'm also gonna try, like, God help me, I'm gonna try to get back on streaming properly again. I'm really bad with that because I rarely have the time, and also posting TikToks regularly, so that the youths can like relate to good old-fashioned Miyamoto content. Okay, let's get back to chat. I'm trying to figure out like if I missed anything else to sort of like important to talk about, but I don't think so. I think I'm good. Okay. I notice sometimes video essays pretty much just regurgitate one secondary source, especially when it is a complex topic. Do you feel this temptation? You normally seem to have plenty of sources. There is a temptation to do this. I do feel that temptation. So when I can see exactly why it happens, because a lot of content creators read a book and they get inspired by the book to make a video essay, and then because they've already read that book and that's sort of like their one inspiration for it, that's sort of you just end up regurgitating it even if you don't mean to. So I have seen other people make the same video that I made recently about like AI and AI and planned economies, and like I regurgitate a tiny bit from like Walmart, but like from the People's Republic of Walmart. But as far as I remember, the People's Republic of Walmart, I might be wrong here, it was a while since I read it now. I'm gonna triple check that if that's true or not. The People's Republic of Walmart doesn't really dig into sort of like cybersyn or like Chilean history or really sort of like the cyber element of it all. Like that's part of the argument, but like the People's Republic of Walmart deals a lot more with like the concept of like logistics and daily shipments of goods and that kind of shit, and like the scale of it all, and sort of like the way that they can dictate prices in a way that like small companies can't really. Do they even mention cybersyn? They do mention cybersyn. Over the course of like five pages, over like 300. So like they mention it, but like it's not like a big part of their argument. And I try to have multiple sources and try to like come up with my own takes and arguments. I think I did a pretty good job, and like I think I do a pretty good job of that in most of my videos. But like a lot of the time, like Jesus, a lot of the time it's like the temptation's there because it's easy, but at the same time, like if it's a trick that you can only do a few times, because if you just regurgitate one secondary source, or like a person who already done a good video on it, or like if you just copy and paste someone else's work, your own character and your own opinions don't shine through to your content. And at that point it's like, why is anyone watching? So it's like, I could just regurgitate the People's Republic of Walmart from cover to cover in video essay form, but then why would anyone watch my video essay? Because odds are that the book does a better job of presenting itself than I would. So like, you can get away with doing that like once or twice, like if you're strapped for content, but you're not going to be able to build a channel on it, because why would anyone watch the channel? Like you need to bring something unique to the table, and you can only do that if you sort of like collate a lot of information and sort of like sources and stuff, and come up with like your own original way of thinking. Then individual chapters can be like that. Like I directly base a lot of my last video, especially the final third, on the People's Republic of Walmart. But yeah. Mia discovering plagiarism. But plagiarism fucking sucks though. Like you can't do that. Even like stylistic plagiarism, even though it's not like literally plagiarism. Like you're just like you're rewording everything, but you need to come up with your own shit. As a content creator, you kind of need to. Otherwise, like, what's the point? Also, what's the point of you making the video itself, right? Because you're at that point you're not actually doing that. You're just saying shit. Mia will get yassified. I will get yassified. I will get yassified. It's good to be cautiously open-minded. Yeah, that's sort of like where I also end up. How do you do your hair? Good question. I don't know how I do my hair. I do my hair like what products do you use? What the fuck is that called? I use some Australian brand. I use an Australian brand shampoo and conditioner, and that's it. I don't take super good care of my hair. I sometimes get a lot of people who sort of like comment about how much they like my hair, but my hair isn't really that good. Just use conditioner more often than you use shampoo. And wash your hair regularly, but not too often because you're gonna dry it out, but just like enough. And if you're gonna have photos taken, or shoot a video, or like if you need your hair to be on the best behavior, wash it the day before. Like wash it, like shampoo, like do all the things, put the oils in and everything. I do use a bit of hair oil as well. I don't remember the name of it. It's some L'Oreal bullshit. It's also like very fucking cheap. It's all very cheap stuff. You do all, but you do all your hair care the day before, and then you go to sleep. You go out, party, whatever the fuck you do, and then you wake up the next day, and then your hair is perfect. A lot of people will make the mistake of. This is wisdom that I got from like my modeling days that served me very well on YouTube. It's because it's the idea that a common mistake that people do is they will wash their hair, they will do all the hair things the morning of the day that they will take pictures and stuff like that, but the hair doesn't get enough time to rest. You need your hair needs to rest. So if you have an important job interview, if you have like a thing where your hair needs to be on point, you need to give it like 24 hours to just chill, and then it's gonna be good. Because then it looks natural, but it looks great. Do you know any languages besides Swedish and English? No. I understand a little bit of Dutch because my family on my father's side is Dutch, which is why I have the last name Mulder. Is a very common Dutch last name, and I get that from my father, and I understand when my father speaks Dutch, and I understand when my family speaks Dutch. I don't understand when strangers speak Dutch because they have a different accent, but I can sort of get by, like I can sort of like understand sort of vaguely what people are talking about. But if you asked me a question in Dutch quickly, I would not understand what the fuck you're talking about. I used to know a little bit, so I used to know that. I used to know a little bit of French, don't know that anymore. Used to know a little bit of German, don't know that anymore. Just because I don't really practice it, but I know English and Swedish. Not shampooing. Yeah, no, don't shampoo. Don't shampoo. You shampoo like at once a week at most. You don't need it. Your hair is fine. Unless your hair is oily, you don't need shampoo. Yeah. What are Bill's opinions on Vosh? We don't talk super much about Vosh because controversy is controversy. Controversy is controversial. The only winning move is not to play. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. I'm trying to think if there's any other segment that I've missed. Oh god, I almost leant on my glasses. I don't have them. Shit. What else do we do? We talked about the month that's ahead, the month that's coming, the month that's behind us, the month that's coming up. What's happening now? I don't know. Yes, conditioner. You should use conditioner frequently. Conditioner is great. Don't shampoo. Shampoo is rare. Conditioner you do often. So when you shower and you wash your hair, use conditioner. But also sometimes you can just shower and not wash your hair. You don't need to get your hair wet at all. You can just go in. You can just get in, shower. You wash your face. Blah blah blah. Don't get your hair wet. You don't need to. And if you you just take care of your hair when you need to take care of your hair. French is a silly language. It is. I think we're good. I think I'm just gonna hang out in the chat until the end of the stream today. I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm sort of getting used to reading the chat now. It's on 450% Zoom. Will you be voting in the next election, Dutch election? No, I never voted in the Dutch elections because I'm not informed at all. And also it's a hassle because I don't have valid Dutch identification. And I don't know how to do it. I don't even know when the elections are. So even though I technically am a Dutch citizen, on top of being a Swedish one, because I have dual citizenship, I never interact with sort of my Dutch citizenship. It's practically non-existent, and legally I'm not even a woman in the Netherlands, because I have not updated my gender. I did that in Sweden, not in the Netherlands, which means that in the Netherlands, if I wanted to, I guess I could update my passport there and just have two identities and two names, which has led me to the thought experiment of me potentially marrying myself, my Dutch identity marrying my Swedish identity, because they're two different people. They're two completely different people. They're different genders. So because of all of that, because of all the paperwork, I could, but I don't. Unfortunately. Understanding Dutch. I'm on my drama-free arc. I am on my drama-free arc. Do you watch a lot of other BreadTubers? Not really. I really do not have the time. BreadTubers make long ass content, and I watch the people who I know, and who I'm friends with, but that sometimes I just watch them just to keep up to date with what they're doing. But oftentimes it's not the type of video that I would like myself, if that makes sense. I have the YouTubers that I like watching, and then it's everything else is just gravy. But I don't watch that much actually. I used to watch a lot more back in 2016. Back in 2015, 2016, that was like, that was good left tube content, and then everyone came out as trans, and now there's so much left tube content, and everyone is transgender, including me. Everyone who was in the space became trans women, and everyone who joined the space, half of whom were trans women. And we make a lot of content. But also, it's like, it's a time issue. More than anything else, it's just a time issue. Because there's so many left tubers now. And they're all really good, but yeah, it's a time issue. If I have the time and people make good videos that like I find interesting, I like to watch that. But a lot of people will now like attribute like bread tubers to people who stream. Which is fine, but I don't really watch like political streams. They infuriate me, so I don't watch them at all. So like any political streamer, I don't watch at all. And then there will be people who like make video essays, but aren't aren't political. Like they make stuff about like, I don't know, Totally Spies, shit. Like they make media content, but they only make media content. So there's a part of me that's like, but how are they sort of part of bread left tube if they're not being political? Like, okay, maybe they are left wing, but like their content isn't left wing necessarily. So there's a part of me that's just like, but I don't want to watch that, because I don't really watch sort of that type of media analysis, if that makes sense. But that's just me. Put conditioner on and that's it. Honestly, like a lot of people mismanage their hair. You just need to like wash it once a week, shampoo once a week, conditioner on, like conditioner regularly, and you're good. Came in a better time. About the end, unfortunately. Yes, I'm Dutch because my dad's Dutch. Would you get tax benefits? Probably not, I don't think so. We should go back to 15-minute vids. Yes. No offense, but that's really funny. Do you ever worry that BreadTube suffer from the most popular creators being white? I mean, like the thing is, BreadTube is not an organization, right? Like BreadTube is a fan community that fans created about, because like no one, like BreadTube isn't like a company. Do you know what I mean? Like BreadTube isn't an organization that sort of can self-structure itself. The fact that many of the most popular creators are white is not an issue of the creators themselves, because the creators don't work together. I do think that sort of white creators have a responsibility to sort of like help other creators a bit more and like you know, uplift the more marginalized like communities in the YouTube space. But it's like it's difficult to say that it suffers, because the BreadTube community built itself, like and yeah. I'm gay because my parents always told spice. Yes. That's kind of right. How often do you brush your hair? Every day. Gotta do it every day. Otherwise I get nuts. Do you think it's a video on about the algorithm? Probably. The algorithm does tend to favor sort of like not gay content, like not politically charged content, by which they mean gay shit and non-white shit. If you do gay shit or you do non-white shit, the algorithm doesn't like you. They say it doesn't matter, but it fucking matters. Mainly in Europe and North America. Yeah, I mean, it's also one of those reasons of like which people can actually get involved with doing YouTube professionally. It's one of those things that are like, I don't think I'm part of this because I grew up poor, and I've been poor for most of my life, like straight up poverty. But I think this is an issue that's like that just tipped the scales a little bit in favor of white creators, right? Because the people who get into doing YouTube videos full time have to be people who, especially when you're talking about sort of like philosophy content or like academic, pseudo-academic content, like on one end, you got to be a little bit educated, not like fully educated, but you got to have a little bit of an education. That helps. You got to have enough disposable income to be able to spend a significant portion of your time making YouTube videos that are not going to be successful. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be able to be... every creator starts with zero, right? So like for most of your videos aren't going to make any money for a long time. So you have to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours making no money. And some people can do that. Some people can't. Some people have to do jobs, and some people don't have the sort of financial resources to do that. So the people who have all of those like opportunities and like can take the risk in order to do it, I think are more commonly and typically white, and that's just a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like that sort of also tips the scale towards like white creators, which is unfortunate. I do think that that's a big sort of like blind spot in the YouTube space. But it's really difficult to sort of like pin that on sort of like BreadTube in general, just because BreadTube isn't necessarily like a company in that sense. You can send a DM to like Nebula and stuff and tell them that they should be a bit more diverse, because they are a company. They can provide those resources. They can sort of like redistribute that and like help correct those things. But we're talking about BreadTube and stuff like that. It's very difficult to sort of like talk about that. And then, also like, fan bases are, people in general will be more likely to watch the videos that like made by people who look like them. So if the audience is primarily white, male, cis, then they will tend to look at those things too, and that's like a big chunk of the BreadTube audience. So there's a lot of reasons, but yeah, that's that. But I am not the right person to ask for this. The right person to ask with this would be like a BreadTuber of color, not me. Okay. We've been streaming for an hour, which means it's time for me to end this stream. I'm going to catch up with chat though, so if you have any like other questions or comments or whatever, drop them in the chat window, and I'll get to them before the end of the stream. And I'll like catch up with chat, and then I'll end the stream. Then I'll be over, and then I'm gonna have some sort of snack before bed. I'll have work tomorrow. Oh, motherfucker. Time to write the fucking scripts. And, yeah. I don't have anything else to promote, I think. I postponed a stream for patrons yesterday for a week because I lost my glasses, and I was kind of hoping to get, like, a spare pair today, but it's gonna take, like, weeks to get it because getting new glasses apparently takes fucking forever. I didn't know that, but apparently it does. So that's happening, and so but my next Patreon stream is going to be on Patreon. Like the stuff is there already. Patrons will also, I'm also going to upload like a streaming schedule sometime next week, I hope, if I don't forget or I get into a new depressive spiral, but it should be fine. Next video is going to come out at the end of March, at the very end of March. Maybe like in the start of April, because sometimes videos get delayed at the last minute. It happens to me every fucking month apparently. But my next video is going to be a long one, a thick one, a dense one, but hopefully a well-made one. So I'm looking forward to look into that. But okay, let's catch up a chat, and then we're gonna go. Thanks for the videos. Thank you. Do you have a favorite creator on this platform? I no. I mean, I can't, like, even if I did, I can't really say, can I? Because I know a lot of them, like, personally, in real life. And it would be kind of shitty for me to say the name of a creator and then have, like, my friend being like, it's not me, the fuck? You know, I don't want to pick favorites. But I do have a favorite. But I won't ever tell anyone who it is. Glad you escaped poverty and are doing fine now. Yeah, I got fucking lucky. Like, one, live in a welfare state. 2, mom doesn't get fired during the financial crisis. Big save. 3, managed to live in a country where healthcare bills don't bankrupt me, and also I get student grants. I get money for studying at uni, which sort of helps keep you afloat while studying. And I got really lucky making YouTube into a professional career because I'm way too neurodivergent to have a real job. So luck, but also welfare states win. But thank you. I'm every day I'm actually extraordinarily thankful. Because if you've ever been like ass poor to the point where you're like eating oatmeal every single day because that's the only thing you can afford for meals, and you go to bed hungry for like weeks on end, which like I know a lot of people have done, and I've done that too, and it fucking sucks. And once you escape that, you never want to get there again. So like, no one's on the grind set harder than like ex-poor people, because they know. Good content other than English is hard to come by. Yeah, it definitely is. I speak lots of truth. Well, maybe. Oh, hey, Abby. Hi. Welcome to the very end of the stream. I'm about to end. No, just new depression spiral. Favorite dinosaur? The big one with the necks. I don't know what they're called, but I like them. Loving the black turtle like evil CEO of it. I go to work as a politician in this. Why? So that they know not to fuck with me. Okay. Seems to be heading. Okay. Perf. Okay, we've caught up with chat. Stegosaurus. Type Diplodocus? Sauropods. You're all saying different things. Brontosaurus. What the hell? So what's the name of the thing? They're called sauropods. Brontosaurus. They are a type of sauropod dinosaur. Yes, I like those. I like sauropods. Something I come to the UK for my birthday in April. Maybe. It's also my birthday in April. We have the exact same birthday. Abby, we're literally the exact same age. So we'll see. I might do shit for my own birthday that exact same day. But okay, I'm going to end the stream for today. Thank you all for hanging out, and I hope that you're excited for the big chungus of a video that's coming out later this month, and yeah, I'm gonna head out and have a good time. I'm back. I don't know what my favorite tram is, but I do love trams. It's my favorite type of public transportation, and we should build more trams. Okay, bye bye. Hold on. Double team birthday. Is that the phrase you want to go with? Is that the phrase you want to go with, Abby? Is that... You can't say shit like this. Alright, goodbye.